So, boys, I stay tuned. There's a gewaldige podcast. Rabbi Steve Geller does a gewaldige Zach, and that'll be coming out this week. Torah Giants on Chumash. Shalom Uvrach, and welcome to the weekly piece on the parsha from Torah Giants on Chumash, written by Rabbi Rabbi Goodman, the Rabbi Emeritus of Yunus Rockaway. Sit back and enjoy.
Welcome to Torah Giants on Chumash. I'm Steve Geller. As of the recording of this video, we're in the middle of unprecedented, dangerous, and very meaningful times. As of today, the IDF is bravely fighting Hamas face-to-face in the tunnels of Gaza. The badly divided Israeli government immediately came together with the 10/7 terror attack and war started by Hamas. And just yesterday, November 15th, saw 300,000 Jews from around the world come to Washington, D.C. to show solidarity with Israel and demand the hostages held by Hamas be released. Well, today, with Rabbi Goodman's piece on Toldos and an article appearing in Arutz Sheva, the Israel National News, depicting an amazing story of an IDF soldier's near-death experience that drives home our piece from Rabbi Goodman, we're in for an appropriately meaningful moment together. One of the most famous psukim in the Torah, Yaakov came close to Yitzchak, his father, and Yitzchak touched Yaakov and said, Hakol kol Yaakov, the voice is the voice of Yaakov, v'hadayim yedei Eisav, but the hands are the hands of Eisav. Bereishis Rabbah comments on this verse that whenever the voice of Yaakov is heard studying Torah, the hands of Eisav are powerless against Israel. The Vilna Gaon notes that the phrase, the voice is the voice, is spelled Hakol kol, which can also mean weak is the voice, implying that only when the voice of Yaakov is weak are the hands of Eisav strong. The Gemara debates mitzvahs tzrichas kavana, whether one who performs a mitzvah without intending to do so has fulfilled any commandment. Rambam seems to contradict himself on this matter, ruling that if matzah is forced down someone's throat on the first night of Pesach, he has fulfilled the mitzvah of eating matzah. But if he hears the shofar on Rosh Hashanah without intending to perform the mitzvah, he has not discharged his obligation. Explains the Maggid Mishnah, Rambam reasons that any mitzvah requiring a physical act can be fulfilled even without intention. Shofar is different, however, since the listener does nothing but listen and nothing to link the shofar blowing with his hearing. The matzah, on the other hand, inarguably entered his stomach. The Sefer Toldos Yaakov Yosef explains, our verse alludes to this concept. The voice, in other words, any mitzvah of hearing requires the voice of Yaakov, genuine Jewish kavana. But the hands, in other words, any physical mitzvah, such as eating matzvah or shaking a lulav, can be performed even by the hands of Eisav with no kavanah whatsoever. I believe this corresponds to the famous promise the Jewish people made at Har Sinai, Naseh v'nishma, we will do and we will listen. Whereas performing mitzvahs physically, even mindlessly, with no spiritual intent, is still, according to Rambam, considered as if performed. The nishma, on the other hand, the learning Torah, requires our focus and kavanah. We all know how powerful the mitzvah of Talmud Torah is, but this happened to be a particularly meaningful week for the entire Jewish nation. Today, November 16, 2023, is also the day that an article appeared in Arutz Sheva that will, as advertised, bring you chills. The article is entitled, Soldier, I Saw the Beis Din Shel Mala. According to the article, an incredible true story spread like wildfire among the Jewish people last week after one very brave soldier opened up about nearly dying. The soldier, a secular and tattooed young traditional Jew fighting in Gaza, was hanging between life and death. For a short time, he was clinically dead. Then he miraculously gained consciousness, and when he came back, he had a message. While he was dead, the soldier said he saw the Beis Din Shel Mala. He said that Malachim were trying to bring him up to the next world, but that he was tied to this one by a long string of Torah-learning scholars pulling him down towards his life. When he awoke, it was clear to him it was the mitzvah of Torah learning that saved his life. According to this secular soldier, it was the power of Talmud Torah that brought him back to life. The mitzvah of Talmud Torah that fully utilizes the Kol Kol Yaakov through spiritual intent are the forces that ensures Klal Yisrael will prevail over Hamas and our enemies. Talmud Torah, along with our tefillos, will bring Mashiach very speedily in our days. And as always, we can perform this great mitzvah of Talmud Torah by liking this video, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and most urgently, hitting the share button and pasting the link to this video in emails, texts, or your social media of choice. It's the easiest mitzvah of Talmud Torah, and it helps fully realize the potential of Rabbi Goodman's life's work, Torah Giants on Chumash.